Hello and welcome back everybody, or welcome if you are new. In today's video we are getting started with putting some groceries away and then starting up on dishes. I was on vacation this week and I just kind of enjoyed my vacation. I let the kitchen go, and I also have a bunch of cat food cans that need to be cleaned out for recycling. For those of you that don't know, I do have 6 cats that live inside and 1 permanent resident that lives outside. And then I have visiting cats that like to come by and also eat at my house. I was going to try to be funny, but it's getting late. I'm tired. And it's been a interesting day today. So I'm not going to try to be funny, but I go through a lot of cat food cans. So in a day for the inside cats, I am going through like 6 to 8 cans a day for the inside cats. And then the outside cats can range anywhere from 3 to 6 as well. So it just depends on how many cats are outside and what's going on and all of that. So there's a lot of cans in a day. So this was probably about 2-3 days, maybe 4 days, which is kind of bad, but it's a lot of cans. And I just, I was enjoying reading my book and watching some TV and all of that while I was on vacation. So this will move into some deep cleaning things. We're going to be deep cleaning the litter boxes for all the cats. And then we will move into deep cleaning of the front room. And once we get in there, it becomes a train wreck. You'll see the raw emotion of what I find that is the train wreck of what has happened in the front room. So, real life moment, you'll see it, and we'll talk about it then. But let's continue with doing the dishes. In Houston, this was the first week of our fall, really. We had a nice cool front come through, and we had some nights down in the 40s. So from some of you, that is not very cold, but it was cold for us to be down in the 40s. Yesterday, for me, I went to a work event. It was a clay shoot, and I was on the committee that was volunteering to be set up and do the stuff out there. And we had to get out there at 6 a.m. and it was across town for me. It took me an hour and 10 minutes, I think, to get there. So I had to leave my house just after 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was exhausted when I got there already. But when I got there, it was so cold that all of us, not used to I didn't have anything extra to wear. I didn't bring a jacket or anything, because when I left my house up the northeast side of Houston, it wasn't that, it was cold, but I was out there in a short sleeve t-shirt, and I was perfectly fine. And then once I get to the location for the event, I'm like, why is it colder when we're in the southwest part of town? And we were way out there. But it was so cold. And I did have a long sleeve shirt on top of the short sleeve shirt, but all of us were in hoodies and vests. And one of my coworkers is originally from Puerto Rico, and she had 5 layers on. She's like, I'm learning the art of layering. And I'm like, yes, that's it for us in the wintertime. That's all we can do is layer, because sometimes you'll go inside and it's so hot you have to pull off all the sweaters and all, so layering is the best thing in the wintertime for Houstonians and probably most of the people in the South, because it's, you know, it'll be cold in the morning and then it will heat up in the daytime and then it will be cold again at nighttime. But then inside of the buildings, it's warm because of the heaters and everything. You know, it's always crazy. But it's been nice to be able to open up the windows in the house, air out the house. The cats went mainly Cookie, the little white and gray kitten. Not really a kitten anymore. He's a year and 3, almost 4 months old. And he, on the day that the front was blowing through and we were having gusts up to 60 miles per hour that day. So pretty close to tropical storm type gusts that we were getting. And the pine needles blew off of my roof. And side note, I love the fact that I'm over there with the hose and doing all of that, and Kitty is right there next to me, just rolling around in the grass, trying to get my attention. Yeah, not even a care in the world. He is like the most well-behaved cat ever. No complaints with him. He is so sweet, and I feel bad for whichever family he no longer belongs to, because he definitely was he was someone's cat before he showed up in my yard. March of 2024. Not this last March, but the last year's March. So he hasn't left my yard. He really hasn't left my yard. The only time he's really left my yard is when he had to go to the vet. But here I am spraying down with the enzyme cleaner for the litter boxes and everything. So it is the Angry Orange enzyme cleaner. So I'm just spraying them down just to help get any extra odors out and everything. But really and truly, when I put the litter boxes out in the sunlight and let the sunlight kind of help kill some of the germs and odors, and then I spray the Angry Orange, the boxes pretty much stay fresh if I, keep cleaning them the way that they're supposed to be cleaned and everything. But pretty soon we will be moving into the front room so you can see what I'm talking about for the train wreck and everything. But I just want to say that I have enjoyed the cool weather. I am not looking forward to when it gets down below the 40s, because that is not my favorite time. I do enjoy the 50s to mid 70s. That is like the range that I prefer, and I am happy with those because I can wear long sleeves, I can wear hoodies and all of that. But now we're moving into the front room, and you will see here as I am trying to clean this out that these boxes have been sitting here for about 2 weeks now, so I'm finally getting them emptied. The food is for the outside cats that I'm pulling out of there. So yeah, but I decided, okay, we're gonna do a deep clean of this room. Let me try to get some of the furniture, the things that should not be in here anymore, let's try to get them out of here. And working on this one corner that's by the blue chair and the side table, I got distracted here in a moment, and you'll see it. But deep cleaning, it took a crazy turn here in a moment.
Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. Remember when you told me you believe in something, and you said you're done pretending that fate is patient. Go run away, get it out of your system. Come back when you're older. Go find a place where you can't be the victim, and come back when you're older. Go catch the storm within your broken bones, and be wild, 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 wild.
So my focus today was going to be deep cleaning this room and the TV room, but this just stopped everything. I don't know. I may have to get some foundation people out to look at this. I'm not quite sure. But basically, when I lifted up the carpet, there's a lot of staining on the underside, and there is a crack that is running kind of like down this way. And I don't recall if it was there when I put the carpet down, the rug, or not. I don't know if that is damage from the tree, because the tree fell right above these windows. So yeah, I am probably gonna pull up this rug. I'm gonna have to wash it. I might have to power wash the backside just tomorrow. That's like tomorrow's problem. I'll deal with that. But for now, I'm gonna try to get the rug up so I can actually do like, and maybe moving some of this furniture, the table, the chair, the two tables and the chair out of the way so they're not in the middle of the floor. Move these rugs that are over here as well, so I can kind of get a feeling of what's going on here. And my mom, I may have to get her opinion on something on this. I may have to, like I said, may have to call foundation people, which I don't have the money to do that, but I'll figure it out. I mean, depending on the extent of the damages, like if they're gonna have to level and stuff like that, it's like I possibly have the money. Like, it depends on how much it is. It's like I have money in savings, but that is if I ever get let go from my job. What am I going to do with it? But I may have to, unfortunately, get into it, or really don't want to. Depending on the extent of it, I may have to get a loan, which I really don't want to do. Really don't want to do. But I honestly cannot remember when I pulled all of this up what was the extent of all the cracking going on. But okay. And cleaning is gonna take a back burner. I mean, once I get this stuff out of here and pull up the rug, I'm actually gonna go through, see what the extent of the damage is, and then I'll try to get back onto cleaning and then do a decent job of cleaning the floor. But I don't know if you saw before, but I have all of this drywall compound where they had built it up when I had when this house had a different front entry floor, to make it level with the concrete. So I'm gonna have to work on getting that up as well, partly because it is chipping every once in a while with the cats. So, but I don't recall this crack going. There's a crack running right here, one that looks like it's running underneath the front entry floor, which is hardwood floor. Then it continues on, it stops. Looks like somewhere around here, but then right here it picks up and runs all the way under the sofa, and you can smell the wet concrete smell. And then there's all this white dust under there, which probably is mold, so I probably need to put a mask on. Good times. So, Okay, first things first, I'm gonna move this cat thing out of the way. I kind of want to move it to the garage because I have no need for it inside right now, and the outside cats may be able to use it. So I'm gonna try to get it. There's a cat in there now, but. So I am feeling defeated, but I am gonna try to push through this and all of that. I did get on the phone with my mom. The person that I'm on the phone right now is my friend, but because my mom needed to go to church for mass. But I talked to her, and she's like, yeah, I probably need to call a foundation person to come out and look at it. But now while I'm on the phone with my friend, because I had to call her and talk to her too, because it's just like, she's been there with me when she's been trying to clean, and she runs into a problem and just kind of quits after it. And I'm like, okay, I need to talk to get over this and just move on. But here you can see on the back of the rug all the dark spots, and the staining. I don't know exactly what's going on because there's not a crack where I'm standing. There's a divot, but it's, it's only about half an inch down and it's not cracked. So I'm not sure why this middle section of the rug was, stained, but you can see all of the white stuff, which I think was some type of mold or mildew from the dampness. So in between taking the rug out and now, I did pull out my vacuum mop, and I put I forget, I didn't actually measure anything, but I went and grabbed my 30% vinegar, which is a very strong cleaning vinegar, and I got mine, I think at Home Depot. I think that's where I got mine. But I poured some into the reservoir for the vacuum mop, and then I filled the rest of it with water, and I came in and mopped mainly the section where it was all white in the previous shot, and then I let it dry before I came in here and started working on it or cleaning the room. So now we're actually getting to the deep cleaning part of this video, where I am, cleaning from top down to the bottom. So I'm using my Swiffer to get any dust webs. I did clean the fan. I haven't really run the fan in this room this year, but I did dust the top of it because dust settles everywhere. And you saw that I also dusted the bars that separate the wet bar and the front room and all of that. And I'm just going through and, dusting other things that I can think of. I forgot to dust the side table because it is actually, since I had to move everything, it's pushed over to the side, and I just forgot about it. So we'll have to clean it tomorrow when I'm trying to clean the house. But I'm also trying to clean the whole window on the inside. Normally I just get like the lower quarter, lower third, because of all the nose prints from the cats, because they love sitting in the windows. But I then am, just going around cleaning all the glass. I do get on top of the couch cushions to clean the plexiglass that is in the framed carpet up there. And then we will move on to the all-purpose cleaner. So it's not very different from a weekly clean with me, but I am trying to do a little bit. But this room is still kind of a slight catch-all for everything. And after finding the stuff with the foundation and all of that, I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm like, let me just kind of do the bare minimum of deep cleaning. And there you can see on the side table where there's a lot of dust. I'll get that tomorrow. And I did push the coffee table back a little bit just to allow the carpet more time to air dry. I put the fan on to dry, and here is the crack in question. It's not very wide, but it is very long, and it goes all the way underneath the couch. So, like I said, possible foundation problems. I did get the rug. It is out in the garage for right now. It did start raining this evening. Actually, it was more evening time that it started raining. So it does show that I'm supposed to have sunlight tomorrow. No clouds or anything. So I'm gonna try to pull out the power washer tomorrow and try to clean the carpet, the rug tomorrow, the back of it, and then hang it up to dry and pull it. I'm gonna hang it up to dry enough to where I can, possibly transport it back into the house and into the dryer, into the washer, because I'd like to just give it a wash as well. It is a washable rug, but we have to see if I can salvage the back of the rug and everything. So, but I will not be putting it down on the ground until I am able to get a foundation person, and the back of my house was leveled at some point. I have the contact information for that company that did that, so I'm going to try to call them if they're still in business and see if they can come out and take a look at this. And then also the crack that is running between the built-in desk and the hallway door, because that is a bigger crack than this one, like wider crack than this one. This one is just a long crack, but I don't know how deep it goes. But I did mop again. So the camera cut off when I was about to vacuum, and then I mopped again. And so I vacuumed and I did let the concrete dry. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to pay attention to the viewfinder over here. So if I'm all over the place, that's because of that. But I did vacuum, and then after that I pulled out the mop again and put some water. I did a little bit of Castile soap, peppermint Castile soap, and then some more vinegar in there as well, and mopped the entire floor that I could actually get to. I did move furniture out of here while that happened. So for now, I'm trying to keep things away from the crack and away from where it was really bad on the carpet, on the rug and everything. I might need to move this coffee table over, but there really isn't an odor except for slightly wet concrete. But I do have my windows open. It is raining outside, so we might have some wet concrete smell because of the stuff outside. But that's it for this week. I wanted to get around to doing a lot more stuff, but things just got in the way. I'm not going to do any more excuses, but it was a week that I was on vacation, so I was trying to enjoy the vacation as much as I could. So hopefully we can get back into doing some more things, but I was definitely defeated slightly today when I went to deep clean this room and found that there was a mildew problem. So like I said, I'm going to try to remediate the carpet as best as I can. I did wear my mask while I removed it and all of that. So I'm definitely going to take allergy medicine though. So, but we have sleeping cats everywhere except for Jack. Yes, Mr. Squeaky. So I'm going to go off and start editing this video for you guys to see tomorrow or today, whenever you're seeing this. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you everybody, and have a wonderful day, night, week, whenever you're watching this. Bye everybody.